得唔得？得唔？喂，係咪啊？好。機師機，你好，你好，1234567654321 ，hello 啊，hello，你好，你好。
Parents, teachers, and students, a warm welcome to all of you. Let's begin our assembly with the National Anthem first, and then the school song will be played. Please rise for the National Anthem. Please remain standing for the school song. Please be seated. Well, I think few people have ever imagined the coronavirus disease would have affected us so much and so long. Class suspension, cancellation of school activities, an early start of the summer vacation have made last school year confusing and stressful to us. Today, we have to even face back to school in a strange way with empty classrooms and our students still at home in front of their computers. Anyway, let's put aside the bad memories and concentrate on our work again. Besides wishing you all the best for a fruitful and productive year, I hope you will get used to your busy school life soon and be well prepared for new challenges and chances. This year, there are some new changes in our school. And the first important change I'd like to tell you is changes in the school management. The school management is strengthened with the addition of new posts. Mr. Chow and Ms. Arlam will become vice principals. And then we have two assistant principals. They are Ms. Tito and Mr. Aoyang. They will work together to bring about better school life to you. Next, on behalf of the whole school, I'd like to express my sincere welcome again to the newcomers. This year, our teaching staff include 4 new members. They will appear on stage to say a few words to you. First, I'm happy to introduce to you Ms. Ao Chi-yin, who is going to teach liberal studies, life and society, and also history.
good morning, and nice to meet you all. I'm Chi In Ao, and I'm very happy that I can join the CCSC family this year. And I graduated from the Chinese University of Hong Kong, and I'm going to teach Form 2 History, Form 3 Life and Society, and Form 4 Liberal Studies subjects. And besides from my teaching duties, I'm very interested in taking photos and photo editing. So I will also be a part of the campus TV team. And this year is very special for you and me because we cannot meet in school in this year at first. So I hope that before we can meet at school, every one of you can stay healthy and have a nice school year. Thank you very much.
Then we have Miss In Cheng Wai. She's going to teach BAFS Economics and also Life and Society. Miss In, please.
Hello everyone, I'm Miss Cheng Wai. You can call me Miss I'm happy to join the big family of CCSC this year. I'm going to teach S2 LNS, S3 Economics and BFS, and also S4 BAFS. Notwithstanding the suspension of school, I believe you are competent to learn without boundary, and hope to see you soon in the school. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss. Next, we have Miss Lemon Yan. Last year, she worked as a teaching assistant. And this school year, she teaches S3 English as well. Miss Lam, please.
Good morning, principal, teachers, and fellow students. I'm Miss Lam. This year, I'm going to teach S3C GE2, and I hope the students can accomplish active learning at home and also be a caring person. In fact, I'm also a graduate from CCSC, therefore I'm really glad and grateful to be able to teach at my alma mater. You can find me at the school office if you have any questions. Thank you, and I hope you are all doing well and stay healthy.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Lam. All right, finally, you're going to meet teaching assistant Ms. Man Ho Yan, who has been assigned to teach S2 mathematics. Ms. Man, please.
Hello everyone, and I'm Miss Man. I'm glad to join the CCSC family. And in the past, I studied mathematics in university, and now I will be teaching S2 mathematics this year. And I hope you all will enjoy learning in this academic year. Thank you.
Next, we have our new S1 students as well. It may not be easy for you to follow my speeches during school assemblies first. Yet, our English-rich environment will help you understand them better later. For the newcomers, it's important for you to know the vision, mission, and motto of our school. Let me highlight the main points for you. Established in the year 1969, our school aims at preparing you to be Hong Kong's leaders of tomorrow. On the other hand, our mission is to help you achieve whole person growth. Both the school curriculum and the activities organized will equip you with essential qualities of leaders and develop your potential. Concerning the motto of our school, we hope you can not only be able and serious in your work, but also hardworking and have a lot of new ideas. That is shown by the 4 adjectives: competent, conscientious, studious, and creative. I know the adaptation of Asian students to the new learning environment and requirements will be hard because of the suspension of on-site lessons at school. Yet, don't worry because your teachers, peer counselors, and senior form students are all eager to help you when you return. Just approach them if necessary. Together with your own efforts, I'm confident that you will become accustomed to your school life quickly. Apart from the newcomers, I would also like you to meet our school social workers who will walk with you through your entire school life here. May I invite them on the stage and they will introduce themselves to you.
好，大家好，我哋係嚟自循道愛華村服務中心社會福利部嘅駐校社工，我係子君姑娘，喺今年2月學期中段嘅時候加入，我旁邊嘅係林姑娘，我嘅駐校時間係星期一、星期二嘅早上同星期四，而林姑娘嘅駐校時間係星期二至星期五。戴咗口罩段時間啦，都俾張相大家認下我哋個樣。咁咧，我哋今日咧都會想有少少嘅分享，回顧暑假啦，大家會用啲咩詞語去形容呢個暑假呢？俾3秒時間大家諗諗。以下呢啲詞語咧，會唔會都形容到你過去呢個暑假呢？第二條問題就想問下大家，喺過往嘅暑假當中，你當中經歷過啲咩感受呢？會唔會係興奮、平和？定係當中有啲負面感受呢？我哋每日咧都可以接收非常之多嘅信息，有統計話過，我哋每日會接收超過8000萬條信息嘅喎。如果你當中會唔會都時常去體會到自己當中嘅感受同埋一啲情緒呢？都希望大家咧喺過往嘅一個暑假裏面經歷過充實嘅暑假。當中咧，亦都可以留意到自己嘅身心靈，俾自己嘅提示，大家咧都係身心靈健康嘅。你幫我撳，可以撳。
特登咧俾大家聽下呢個學校嘅鐘聲嘅。咁咧雖然咧暫時咧大家咧唔能夠喺學校聽到呢個課堂嘅鐘聲，咁我哋今日咧亦都無論同學同埋老師咧，大家都經歷緊一個不一樣嘅開學禮嘅，但我哋依然都要開學，係啦。咁咧今日咧都想同大家咧去分享2個咧喺呢個處境下邊一個新常態嘅裏邊咧我覺得大家都需要嘅一啲嘅力量咁樣嚇，有2個點嘅。咁第一個咧就係規律。咁正如咧頭先大家聽到個鐘聲咧，我想講就係等於咧今日如果學校話俾大家聽有一個開學禮，但係咧就冇講俾大家聽係幾點開學禮嘅。你哋自己諗啦咁樣嚇嘅時候咧，其實我諗好多人都會有一啲不安嘅感覺。咁究竟我係咪成日都要 check 住幾點咧？間唔中又安下啦，又棘下咁樣咧，跟住又周圍去問下人咁樣咧，係啦。咁所以咧，其實無論鐘聲、時間，都講緊一樣嘢俾我哋聽咧，就係其實我哋都好需要規律嘅。 係啦。咁可能咧好多人你成日都聽到好古舊嘅説話就係叫你計劃下自己生活作息啦，各樣咁樣樣，係好似呢張圖咁樣樣，即係你又會覺得好似好老土喎嘅一啲嘅説話。咁但係咧，其實我哋都想同同學講一樣嘢咧，就話原來咧一啲嘅規律、一啲嘅安排咧，原來咧係會令人哋安穩嘅。某程度上咧，我哋都係需要呢一種嘅感覺。咁第二樣送俾大家嘅咧，喺呢段時間裏邊咧，我諗大家熒幕左手邊嗰個畫面咧，可能成日都會見到。咁究竟咧喺呢啲網上嘅平台裏邊，我哋會進行上堂啦，會有好多可能 WhatsApp 啊、社交平台裏邊去問呢樣問嗰樣啊，好多去交流嘅時候，究竟我哋係咪有一個真實嘅聯繫同人咧？我哋好多時好似係同人接觸緊，咁但係究竟嗰種嘅接觸係一種純粹嘅接觸，定係一種嘅聯繫咧咁樣樣？咁第二樣嘢想送俾大家嘅咧，某程度上我哋都係需要咧，唔單止嘅接觸，而係咧需要係有一種聯繫。而呢種聯繫咧，某程度上咧係講緊俾我哋聽一樣嘢，就係一個真實嘅感覺。咁而頭先呢兩樣送俾大家嘅咧，究竟係講緊乜嘢咧？原來咧講緊嘅係一種我哋能夠掌控嘅感覺。我諗咧喺呢個疫情嘅期間，喺咁多嘅變化嘅即係嘅底下嘅時候咧，其實好多時咧我哋都會有一種感覺，好似覺得好多嘢捉唔緊。就正如好似圖畫左手邊啲沙咁樣樣，一啲乾嘅沙嘅時候，其實我哋好似好捉唔緊嘅感覺，好佢會一放即係會流走嘅一種感覺。咁所以咧，我相信咧喺呢個頭先無論係講緊規律或者係真實嘅聯繫咧，其實我哋係講緊一種嘅掌控嘅感覺。咁喺研究顯示咧，如果冇咗呢種 sense of control 嘅時候咧，我哋會出現啲乜嘢狀況咧？因為好細嘅字，咁咧大概咧就會係講緊咧，我哋會有焦慮啦、挫敗啦、唔合作啦、憤怒啦，同埋敵意呢啲嘅狀況去出現嘅咁樣樣。咁咧送少少小 tips 俾大家啦。咁可能咧都係一啲唔係一啲咩咁新嘅嘢，但係咧如果大家睇到呢度4點咧，聯繫翻頭先我哋講嘅嗰個規律同埋聯繫同埋掌控嘅感覺咧，原來我哋再做呢4點嘅一啲少少嘅生活嘅一啲小點子嘅時候咧，原來佢對我哋係有一啲特別嘅意思喺裏邊嘅。例如一啲譬如你生活作息裏邊去舉例，依家上堂可能即係冇鐘聲，冇學校頭先播嗰個鐘聲提大家啦。咁大家喺屋企都可以自己搞一啲鐘聲，去自己幫自己去轉換同埋去調節自己。正如頭先講緊嘅嗰種嘅規律嘅一種嘅生活，或者唔用鐘聲，可能可以用一啲計時器。舉例可能放學啊，咁你自己特登整一個鐘聲俾自己，話俾自己聽我放學啦咁樣樣，其實都係一啲幾好嘅方法嚟嘅。生活作息嘅時間表啦，咁好似頭先嗰幅圖畫其實畫得幾靚啊，大家都可以自己設計自己，加下自己啲圖畫落去啊。咁其實喺當中咧，你哋會睇到我都會用好多視覺提示去幫大家，或者其實咧呢啲都係一啲小嘅方法去幫自己咧，去讓到自己咧有多少少實在嘅感覺嘅。喺人際互動上高咧，大家都可以做多少少嘅嘢咧，讓到自己咧可以有多少少同人有一啲真實比較實際啲嘅一種嘅聯繫喺裏邊。雖然好似都係喺網上未能夠真實嘅見面，但係咧舉例可能喺 chatbox 裏邊一啲嘅回覆，老師問你嘅嘢，你俾個反應知道或者點樣樣，其實都係一種嘅人與人之間比較真實嘅一種嘅互動。你唔中意人哋已讀不回嘅時候，其實都可以諗下啊，究竟我點樣回一個信息俾人？係哪怕嗰個可能只不過係一個 thank you， 可能咧你覺得好似講同唔講都冇乜分別，但係呢種就係互動啦。有同學喺個 group 裏邊去問，究竟老師講緊嗰份功課係即係邊份啊？咁樣樣，咁你伸出援手，呢一種都係實質嘅互動嚟嘅。咁希望咧，頭先講緊嘅嗰條繩咧， 就係 sense of control。希望咧大家透過頭先嘅分享裏邊咧，可以有多少少咧喺生活裏邊捉得緊嘅一種嘅感覺。咁咧社工咧，我哋喺依然都會提供服務嘅。咁我諗咧喺大家生活裏邊咧，其實都一定會有面對，繼續會有成長上高嘅挑戰。係啦，咁希望咧同學咧都可以咧透過唔同嘅方法，可以咧去揾大家去幫手咁樣。咁我哋咧都會係大家最強嘅後盾嚟嘅。咁希望咧好快能夠開學嘅時候咧，大家可以咧透過我哋計劃嘅活動嘅時候咧，都可以同大家咧有多少少更多嘅互動。咁咧跟住呢兩張咧，其實咧就係喺我哋社工室裏邊咧貼嘅門口嘅一張告示嚟嘅。咁咧其實係歡迎同學咧入嚟揾我哋傾偈咁樣。咁但係當然短期內未返學嘅時候咧，就未能夠啦。咁所以咧就我哋都留咗呢度有一啲我哋中心嘅電話啦，同埋我哋嘅地址，同埋我哋有一啲 Instagram 我哋隊伍嘅。咁希望咧好快能夠喺學校見大家。多謝各位。
After the introduction of the newcomers and also the school social workers, I'd like to draw attention to the achievements of our students. Despite the disruptions to school life brought by the long class suspension last school year, some of our students still make good use of the chances available to take part in activities to develop their potential and even manage to capture key prizes. I'm sorry that their achievements couldn't be formally recognized because no school assemblies were held after the Lunar New Year's holiday. Here, on behalf of the school, I'd like to congratulate those students on their success. They have done a good job, and we all take pride in their remarkable achievements. Then, there's some pleasing news about our graduates. In the 2020 HADSE exam, the total number of level 5 or above obtained by our 116 S6 students was 344, making an average of 2.97 level 5 or above per student. Impressive performance was shown by a number of students. The best securing 5 level 5 double stars, 1 level 5 star, and 1 level 5. Apart from outstanding individual performance, 98.3% of our students fulfilled the minimum university admission requirement of level 3, level 3, level 2, level 2, and level 2 for English, Chinese, math, liberal studies, and elective respectively. Also, I'm glad to tell you that 99.1% of them obtained JUPAS offers. Though the purpose of education is more than just scores, getting pleasing academic results is still needed for various purposes. S6 students have to do well in order to get better options for further education. For S4 and S5 students, the public exam is actually not far away. And so preparation should be done early. S5 and S6 students should especially try their best because the scores they acquire in the internal exams or tests may be used for estimating levels to be acquired in case the HADSE exam can't be held or the students can't take the exam due to special circumstances. S3 students should bear in mind that your academic results will determine the electives. Will determine the electives that you take in S4. It will be wrong for S1 and S2 students to think they can rest until S3, because a sound academic foundation is the basis for further progress. Nowadays, the public exam results of core subjects determine a lot whether a student can go to university. To attain good results in those subjects in the public exam, you should start preparation in junior forms. Even your interest is in non-academic areas. A practical consideration for getting pleasing assessment results is class promotion. For S1 to S3 students, you can be promoted if you satisfy all the following conditions in your annual school results. A pass in all the 3 core subjects: English, Chinese, and Maths. A pass in the average mark. A pass in at least half of the academic subjects. A pass in at least half of the subjects assessed with grades, as well as a pass in conduct. For S4 and S5 students, you need a pass in at least 3 of the 4 core subjects: English, Chinese, Maths, and Liberal Studies. A pass in the average mark. A pass in at least 2 electives, as well as a pass in conduct. It has always been our aim to offer quality education that can pave the way to a bright future for students. There are a few elements in the academic area we especially emphasize, and various strategies will be adopted to promote them. Try to respond positively to them and keep working hard with the assistance of your teachers, even if you may not make much progress within a short period of time. The heavy use of English in teaching and communication can equip students with a key to contact the world. Moreover, in order to facilitate the improvement of the English by offering an English-rich environment, we'll keep the policy of English campus. Except those teachers teaching Chinese literature, Chinese history, and Putonghua. Other teachers would communicate with you at school mainly in English. The display materials to be posted up on notice boards will be mainly in English. From time to time, important messages will be delivered in English through the public address system, while students going to classrooms to promote extracurricular activities during the roll call will use English. Apart from English, we believe a reading habit is also closely related to one's study performance. You can get more knowledge and understand current affairs better by reading different materials. Your comprehensive ability can be improved, and there will be more inputs for writing. In recent years, the Reading Promotion Working Group and the school library have been doing different things to help reinforce these habits in view of the importance of reading to your studies. So you can find on the screen here some of the work done by the school library and the Reading Promotion Working Group, just like the S1 pressure ring passports. So you can find the talks, and you can find the inter-house reading quiz as well. And then we have the reading KOL, the key opinion leaders as well. We'll continue different measures this school year in order to encourage you to read further. So, please visit the Instagram account of the reading KOLs of our school so as to know more about the reading-related news and messages. Everyone knows a good start is halfway to success. If you want to do well in the first term, you need to pay attention to your role during the period of online learning, which will last until late September for some levels. The first major concern of the annual school plan of our school this school year is reinforcing the culture of active learning. And online learning is a good way for students to practice this learning approach. Most students did well and remained eager to learn during the long class suspension last school year. Your efforts deserve commendation and keep up with the good work. On the other hand, those students whose learning performance was far from satisfactory before, and also the aspirant newcomers, are urged to pay attention to your responsibility for learning. We only arrange half-day real-time lessons for students so that there will be room for students to learn some subject contents themselves by referring to the materials provided by teachers and complete pre-lesson tasks and post-lesson assignments. Teachers will focus on interacting with students during real-time lessons rather than just explain subject matters in details. To catch up with the lessons, you need to do preparation and also take part in lessons actively. More importantly, if you come across learning difficulties that you cannot solve even after making efforts, approach your teachers for assistance and don't let the problems get worse. Don't be afraid that you may bother your teachers because they are all very willing to help you. From the beginning of the school assembly, our main focus has been on learning in the new school year. As a teenager, besides your studies, civic awareness and discipline are equally important. Hong Kong citizens have the duty to understand the development of their own country in different aspects because Hong Kong is part of China. In addition, you should stand solemnly when the national threat and regional threat are being raised. Bear in mind the National Anthem bill for the SAR has been passed already. And if you fail to follow the rules, there will be very serious consequences. And remember, you should act with dignity, not behaving in a disrespectful way or affecting others while the national anthem is being played or when you sing the national anthem. If you break the rules at school, teachers will offer guidance. A penalty will be imposed if necessary. Yet, if you do so on other public occasions, you may be liable to prosecution. That's why pay attention to those rules even if you want to show your political views. Given the reputation of our school, the public have always expected our students to show exemplary behavior. Therefore, nurturing you to become well-behaved individuals is one of our major concerns. This year, we'll stress a number of rules, and let me highlight a number of them here. They are usually overlooked because of the failure of some students to show proper respect to others. Firstly, greet your teachers properly when a lesson begins or ends. From time to time, there are students who are too lazy to stand up when the teacher enters the classroom. Secondly, knock on the door and get the permission of the teacher before entering a classroom. Remember, try to get the consent. Show some respect rather than just enter the classroom directly, even if the teacher is still teaching. Thirdly, arrive within a reasonable time when you go to another venue for a lesson. Some students have the bad habits of just staying in the classroom for a while before moving to another classroom to the next lesson. And if you do that, actually you will cause trouble and inconvenience to others when a teacher or a classmate are waiting for you in another venue. Finally, do not talk loudly when walking to another venue for a lesson. You may feel very happy, or there may be something you want to share with others when you walk to the next venue for a lesson. But bear in mind, your schoolmates, they're having their lessons, and if you talk very loudly, actually you are bringing disruptions to their lessons. So, bear in mind, show proper respect and try to be considerate. These two qualities will be very important if you want to get along well with others. So, pay attention to those simple rules and follow them closely. Finally, there are some important messages for our parents. On behalf of the staff, I'd like to express heartfelt gratitude to the support you've been giving to your children in their learning and personal growth, as well as our policies during a long class suspension period last school year. We share your frustration and disappointment that your children are still physically not back to school. Our conscientious teachers will try their best to guide your children to learn effectively through different methods during the period of online learning. At the same time, they will also ensure a smooth transition from online learning to on-site lessons when the children come back. On the other hand, before face-to-face teaching resumes, other activities for students will be conducted online if required and if possible. We've informed you of the arrangements for the resumption of on-site lessons in due course. In case you notice any problem with your child before or after his return for face-to-face instruction, do feel free to contact the form teacher for help at once. We all look forward to the day when life can get back to normal. Before that, let's continue working hard together to support our students. This is the end of my speech. Next, the chairperson of the Students' Association is going to explain to you the work done by his cabinet last school year. Then there will be some reminders given by our head prefect. Before I turn the floor over to Eric Choi, I have a final message for you. In the new school year, you may face different challenges and obstacles. When you become discouraged in the face of difficulties, try to bear in mind a famous quote given by an American clergyman, Robert Schuller. You can take a look at the quote here: "Tough times never last, but tough people do." It means that difficult situation will not be there forever. And if we are tough enough, that means if we are able to have confidence in ourselves, if we work hard, if we are persevere, we are able to overcome the difficulties. So, hang in there when you're trying to overcome the difficulties. And I'm sure you will succeed finally. Thank you very much.
Testing. Good morning, principal, teachers, and fellow schoolmates. I'm Eric Choi from 6B, the President of 27th Students Association. I'm very glad that I can speak to you all here with the help of online streaming, and I'm here to inform you of the details of the coming election of the new Students Association. This year, there are 3 cabinets taking part in the election race, which are the number 1 proposed cabinet Amaris, the number 2 proposed cabinet Elixir, and the number 3 proposed cabinet Lumia. The 3 cabinets will start their promotion from the 3rd of September to the 28th of September, electronically via the social media. Information about the proposed activities, internal and external welfare, etc. of each cabinet will be posted on their respective social media accounts. Rest assured that emails will be sent to all of you about the information of the social media accounts and the member lists of the 3 cabinets. Then, a cooling off day being scheduled on the 29th of September will come after the end of promotion period. On that day, cabinets cannot carry out any promotional activity. The election day will be held on 30th of September in the school hall during the assembly. While there will be speech presentations given by the proposed presidents, a debate session about the platforms among the 3 cabinets and a question and answer session will be held as well. Students can vote for their preferred cabinets after school in the school hall, and there will be live streaming of the vote counting process on our social media accounts. The cabinet having the highest votes will become the 28th Students Association. Yet, the above is only the ideal plan. Despite the newly announced official dates of the class resumption by the Education Bureau, there are still a lot of uncertainties, and whether we can return to school on the specified dates is still in doubt. If classes cannot be resumed on the 30th of September, the election day will be deferred to October. As soon as all students can return to school, a special assembly will be rescheduled for the debate and the election. And please check the messages from the school and on our social media accounts for the updates. Owing to the pandemic, we koalas may or may not achieve what was said in our slogan, to coalesce our schoolmates. But it is of our sincere hope that the coming Students Association can be conferred on sufficient time and opportunities to hold activities, to serve our schoolmates, and to realize their vision and mission. The year of 2020 may not be as seamless as the bygone years. There are too many challenges, too many obstacles, and too many tragedies. Yet, it is more than important for us to remember that we should always stay with each other through thick and thin, especially in times of difficulties. I truly hope that the coronavirus can be fended off as soon as possible, and I wish all of you, especially the new Form 1 members, a blissful and memorable school year. And once again, please get well informed about the coming election of the 28th Students Association, and remember to cast your vote on the election day. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. And then next. Okay, remarks from the prefect board.
Testing. Good morning, principal, teachers, and fellow schoolmates. I'm the head prefect of the new school year, 2020 to 2021, Untitled Chapter from Class 5C. It is my honor to stand on this stage for taking up the crucial role of leading the prefect body. I will utilize my valuable experience gained during the past 3 years as a prefect to sincerely lead the team and maintain the discipline of our school. Helping the school out by contributing myself, I will do my best to strive to promote the well-being of the school. During such a hard time under COVID-19, many arrangements of the school are still yet to be confirmed, and you must have had a tough life. However, after the class resumption, I hope you will keep on behaving yourself properly and bear all the school rules in mind. With your full cooperation, we, together, are able to maintain a well-disciplined campus. Prefects hereby promise to build up a pragmatic and proactive manner in a bid to create a better learning environment and a harmonious campus for all of you. Next, please be reminded of some school regulations that schoolmates may have frequently overlooked. First of all, it is forbidden to turn on mobile phones at school and bring back tablets or iPads to school without the permission of teachers. The names of the offenders will be marked down immediately and given to the disciplined teachers without giving any warning in advance. The offender will be penalized and receive a black mark given by the discipline board. Secondly, no schoolmates are allowed to charge up any electrical appliance at school. We realize that there are still many students using their chargers to charge up their mobile phones. Thirdly, using abusive or foul language, gambling, and bullying are usually forbidden. Fourth, pay attention to your attitude and action when you are wearing the school uniform outside the school. It can affect our school's reputation and image. Lastly, students are not allowed to wear ankle socks or wear any inappropriate accessories to school. Rinsing and curling of hair are not allowed. Especially the hair must be black in color. If your hair is naturally blonde, please write a parent's letter to the discipline board. I hope that you will pay more attention to above regulations in the following school time. This year, previously existing measures are kept effective to maintain students' sense of self-discipline. First, students being late will be given 1 black mark. Detention will be given for being late on 3 occasions each school term, regardless of the black mark being waived or not afterwards. And the respective parents or guardians will be notified. Next, assignments should be handed in before the end of the first recess, unless another deadline is announced by the subject teacher concerned. Lastly, prefect body will patrol corridors and classrooms for hair and uniform checking more frequently and randomly. While students bear the school rules in mind, we, the prefects, will always remember our mission earnestly and fulfill our tasks justly and persistently. I hope students can behave properly, cooperate with prefects, and construct a satisfactory learning condition together. Thank you. I will now turn the stage back to Ms. Lam.
Thank you all. That's the end of today's assembly. You can now have a break. Make sure you go back to your classroom via Google Meet at 10:30. Okay, at 10:30. Thank you.